convened here in a meeting yesterday but one. We convened a meeting chaired by His Royal Highness Jude Mike Mudoma, the Omuguga 3 of Yamasaba, and we, as an institution of Inzu Yamasaba, we deployed a team which I led as Minister for Disaster to Bulambuli to carry out an assessment, a rapid needs assessment of what is happening and what are the current needs of the people who have come from the mountainous areas, especially the epicenter at Bunluganya, where 8 villages were engulfed in a huge, massive landslide that swept the entire 8 villages, killing over 150 people and displacing so many. So we were there and we did a lot of assessment. We looked at the needs on the ground and we are now compiling a report which we are going to submit to Cabinet of Inzu Yamasaba. Thereafter, we make appeal to our friends, to the well-wishers of Yamasaba, so that they can give us support and we respond to our brothers.
What are the findings you got there, Honorable?
Yeah, we reached there and found out that, again, we want to thank the Office of the Prime Minister for the good work they have done so far, because it's really not easy. There are a lot of people streaming in the camp, and we found when registration was going on to establish actual numbers of those who are already in the camp, we found out that there are needs which are so urgent. Food is being provided, but it's not adequate. We found out that government through OPM is providing a hot meal to the people who are coming in, to the newest entrants, but people are complaining that the food is not adequate. Obviously, it can't be enough because the numbers are so many. We are talking of somewhere around 3,000 to 4,000 people that need to be fed. So those numbers are not as small for you to satisfy everyone. So food is still required. Again, we found out that there are other food needs because we have lactating mothers there, we have pregnant mothers, we have babies. They may require some special diet. That is about food. Then we also found out that actually the other people who were there before also are complaining of inadequate food. And of course this one, again, obviously the government is overstretched, the food can't be enough. The other need which we saw were mosquito nets, because the area is infested with mosquitoes, and so there's a need to respond quickly to provide mosquito nets to protect the people from infection from malaria. We also found out that there is need for to boost the water supply in the area, because the little water sources, the boreholes which are there, are overstretched. So there's need for more water provision. There are other things to do with beddings. People are basically sleeping on ground, and especially the new entrants. The older ones who were there before, I think we found out that they have been given a tent by UNHCR, and perhaps they are sleeping a little comfortable, but the rest are not having beddings. We are talking of over 4,000 people. So these ones, we think that beddings are key: mattresses, blankets, bed sheets, and so on. People are also asking for utensils. We are talking about saucepans, we are talking about cups, jerry cans, basins, and so on. There are many other needs. Lighting, because at night it gets dark and you need to light to see where you are going. So lighting is key. Then cooking fuel. We need energy for cooking. You could see that there's a challenge. Right now, government is managing it. They are cooking a hot meal for them. But as time goes, there's need to provide a source of energy for cooking. We think that there should be an arrangement to provide more medicine in the area, especially now that the people are congested. Obviously, there are likely to be some emerging diseases. So medicines, the only health unit which is there is overstretched and the medicine is not adequate. This is what we found out. So these are briefly what we found out on ground, and right now we are compiling our report here at the office of Inzu Yamasaba, and we want to disseminate it. We want to appeal as Inzu Yamasaba, as the institution of Muguga, cultural institution, to make sure that we reach out to our friends, to our well-wishers, to companies, to friends of goodwill, to come and support us so that we can be able to give a hand. People are calling on to us and they're saying, you as our cultural leaders, what are you doing for us? So we have organized the liaison team of our cultural clan leaders on site to be able to give us information and to manage some of the challenges which relate to culture. The other issue which I want to highlight is that this problem is not only in Bunluganya, it is across the sub-region of Bugisu. Elsewhere, areas of Bukise, Bukirindia, you can see huge cracks, deep cracks running through people's homes, and that is a time bomb for a landslide happening. If you cross to Bududa, these cracks are visible. If you go to Namisindwa, these cracks are real. And so we think that these people in these areas are living in potentially dangerous areas and they must be moved as soon as possible. So those are challenges the region is facing.
Okay.